Welcome back. We have Niyc Pidgeon in the house. She is a best-selling Hay House author. She is a positive psychologist. She has coached over like 10,000 women entrepreneurs. She is an ambassador for United Nations, and she just won Best Psychology Book of the Year.
Congratulations! Talk about boss babe. Oh my gosh, what an incredible honor it is to meet you. You've been such a light in the community for so many women. So many women.
Yeah. So Niyc, as you guys already know, but the audience might know, is one of my dear, dear friends. And she has had a major impact on my life. She's actually coached me on my own platform. And she really is a true badass. And she's also has teamed up with Natalie, who is now our girlfriend owns Boss Babe. And they've launched also another coaching program, a coaching program for women. So you are doing it. You're doing it, girl. Seriously. So, today I want to focus on some tips because Wealth Wednesday is really about building your business and what you can really tell people. Because I think that the one thing that I've learned, if there's one thing, like a secret, if I'd say, what's the secret to Niyc Pidgeon? Not only she's a hard worker and authentic and all this stuff, but the one thing that you taught me that was kind of like, like a little bit of surprise is you have to spend money to make money in this industry, and she spends a lot of money building her platform. And this, she's like, bam, she throws it down, and it comes back abundantly, right?
For sure. So things like Facebook ads, my own coaching. I fully believe that you've got to invest in yourself, and you've got to invest in the vision. And if you don't, you're not gonna get anywhere fast.
But that goes beyond branding a platform. That goes into investing in your happiness too, right?
Sure.
How could I do that? How can I invest in myself in a way that my return is happiness?
Every single day. So I believe it's about how you show up. It's about your attitude. It's about really understanding that the work that you do on yourself will filter through, not just in the way that you feel, but into your business, your career, your family, your relationships.
It feels a little selfish, I got to admit.
That ripple effect will extend outwards, though. Everyone will get the benefit.
So talk to us a little bit about that, because of course I find this so interesting, bringing a positive. How would you describe what positive psychology is and what it does?
So it's the science of happiness, and it's how we can be better as humans in business and also within communities. So it's literally like how you can be optimally functioning and flourishing. It's what everyone wants.
Everyone wins, that's right.
So what's your secret to being your optimal self?
For me, it's a lot about energy. And it's, whilst it's one of the things that I focus on, it's also one of the things that I've struggled with, because I believe without your health and your energy, you don't have anything. So that's why I invest in myself with my morning rituals, with working out, all of that side of things that I've already mentioned, because it makes such a difference, and everything kind of flows on from there. If you don't feel good, then you can't get your maximum potential out of yourself in your day.
But one thing that's made you so influential is that you are, your brand is Niyc Pidgeon, but you really truly are a genius at building partnerships. Talk about that for a little bit.
Well, for me, I don't even see it as partnerships. I believe that the way that you do business should be the way that you do life, and you've got to show up as yourself in all of these different situations. So when I look at building partnerships, for me, it's really friendships and relationships, and it always starts by asking how you can help other people first. I think everyone gets it backwards. So when you show up and you're wanting to build this strong network and have these people that you can call on, you've got to look at what you can do to help first.
Man, because I usually start with just, what can you do for me? Before I even think, what is it I can get from you?
You are such a liar. He is such a liar.
Truth bombs. Yeah. That's so awesome, Niyc. I find, the entire science so interesting. You're such a great sort of epitome of what the positive psychology sort of movement is all about. Could you talk to us a little bit about the relationship and how, and the ways in which energy affects how much money we can make? How does that work exactly? Because I think it can be hard for people to kind of understand that.
Well, do you mean energy on an energetic level, or energy in yourself?
I think I mean sort of both. So I think for me, I was always surprised at some of the dramatic findings in positive psychology that if I could be happy, that somehow that would make me more money.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does that work exactly?
Well, it works because it allows you to actually reach this additional level of consciousness. So when you're happy and you're in a positive state, your mind's actually switched on for the intake of information. Your brain works better, and you're able to reach those goals. You're able to build better relationships, be mentally healthier, be physically healthier. So everything that you do works better in your life. And when you're talking about giving and receiving money, it's like an energy exchange. So people think that money is one thing, but it's actually, you've got to actually give in order to receive. So it's like this balance that you've got to create within the energy. So that if you're doing good work in the world, you're going to be compensated for that as well.
Well, and you've given us a 30-day guide to living our happiest life. Tell us about this book.
The challenge is on.
The challenge.
Bring more challenges, please.
Accept the challenge.
She did. See what happens. She does. She accepts them all.
Every challenge.
That's why we love
Tell us about your book.
So the book is a 30-day guide to living your happiest life, and it breaks it down really practically, because I think when people say, oh, just be happy, just go and work on your mindset, people really need some practical, tangible, strategic tips. So it gives you one of those every single day. So it might be a tool that you can use, it might be an affirmation, but it really gets people to do the work. And it's amazing seeing the photos that I get on social media back from people doing this stuff.
So can I really lead a happier life in 30 days?
Absolutely. I believe you can lead a happier life in an instant.
Wow, that is so powerful. Thank you for sharing that with us and giving us this insight.
And tell us about how you're teaming up with Boss Babe, Natalie.
So Natalie and I have been friends for ages. We've worked together for 5 years. She's CEO of the biggest women's network for ambitious females
Natalie.
who
We're
are
so
killing
happy
it in
for you.
business. She's amazing. But we've actually never done anything that's been client-facing together before. It's all been that behind-the-scenes stuff. So we've teamed up to run events in Los Angeles, here in New York, and in London, where we get amazing women in the room and we teach them the strategy for their social media, how to monetize, and also how to build a bigger impact and influence in our world as well.
And you're also very good at ads, Facebook ads, and
the tech.
and you deal with one-on-one clients, you deal with group clients, and of course online courses. And so, when people want to, I know how they work with you, but why don't you tell them a little bit about how they work with you?
So I have a lot of different programs in the business right now. I coach female entrepreneurs to help them be happier and more successful. So everything's on my website, and I love to work with women really, really closely, get them that big impact, that big change. They come to me, they want to make money, but the impact that actually happens is so much more than that, because that woman finds empowerment, they find confidence, they find so much joy, and then they go and help another 10,000 people.
Right.
So it extends far and wide.
But what's so amazing about you is you don't just deal with mindset, you deal with like strategy, branding, how to get the marketing, how to follow through, how to organize getting your team to get she's the whole package. She's like, you want to work with this woman. Trust me, she's the woman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've worked hard to get here.
That's right.
And that's what people don't see. It's like, oh, you just appeared. But yeah, it's kind of like an A to Z of business, which is cool.
For sure.
Well, I'm going to start with your 30-day guide starting today, so you can write a little message for me.
Amazing. I'm going to check up on you on that one.
You better. I hope so. Erin will help me.
Accountability.
Yes, accountability is so important.
Right.
I appreciate the sisterhood in that.
Tell them how they can find you.
So at nickpidgeon.com and on Instagram at nickpidge. So it's NIYC
Her book is her name. Nick, now is your chance.
NIYC, now is your chance.
That's great. Look
Beautiful.
at that.
Great branding.
Very
So,
slick.
see, there's the branding. So you guys are so excited. I'm so glad you're here. I love you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.